What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? All right, I'm going to have to get straight to this one tonight because it's almost time for class. And I spent a little time doing this because I realized when we were doing our logos on Monday that we need something to go with that will help you sell to businesses. So this is specifically for my accelerator and my pro members. I stayed up all night thinking about y'all last night. What's going to help you sell to businesses with the strategy that we talked about last night? So this is going to benefit everyone, including the pro and accelerator members. So let me go ahead and get into this. What we're going to do is we're going to take the AI image that you generated on Monday. And of course, I know that you generated some other cartoon logos for some other professions too. So you will do those for homework. So let's go ahead and get into this quick change out. We're going to go ahead and we can right click on any of the logos here because they're all the same smart object. And we're going to go where it says shirt logo here. And we'll double click. And what we are going to do for the sake of getting your card, because I know most of you did cartoon logos. So I'm going to show you a quick way to go ahead and turn that into a logo. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to turn off the existing images. So you see what we have here, very, very simple. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go File, Place Embedded. And let's make sure that you are, before you do that, make sure that you're on this very top logo layer here. So then that way we can drag our images where we need them. So File, Place Embedded, and I'm going to go to my downloads here. And I'm going to switch this one out for a hairstylist here, okay? Now you should already have your image cleaned up with the background removed or whatever else have you. I'm going to show you a little trick here. If you need to clean up your logo before class, let's say you need to go ahead and create a little hair at the top there. We're going to use the crop tool. Pull it up here. Give it a little more space there. And also looks like the hair dryer is going to get cut off a little bit. I'm going to bring that out. And then what I'm going to do is make sure that I select the active pixels here. Here's one way we can do it. Control, click on the image, and then tell it that we're going to select and modify. And we're going to contract that area by about, we'll say 5 pixels. Hit OK. And then we're going to invert it. So we grabbed a little bit of the inside of the image. Now we're going to flip it to the outside meat. So then we're going to go to select inverse. Okay. And now that it is selected this random area back here, we're going to go ahead and hit generative fill and then generate. We didn't give it any instructions. We just want to see what it does. This is AI. We're going to let it do what it do. And we'll let that work there. Perfect. It gave me hair at the top and the edge of that dryer there, and even gave me some products in the doorway over here. So super cool. So I am going to close out of this. Wait, before I close out of it, let me show you what you can do to make it, merge it down. You'll see that there's some options. So if it didn't look quite right the first time, you can click on the second or third iteration. And I think I'm going to go with this one. All right. Once you have the version you want, just right click, merge down. And then you can close out of it and hit yes to save. All right, awesome. See how now it gives us our full image that we need here? This is perfect. So what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate this layer. Then we're going to link the 2 layers. So I'm going to select the top one, hold down Shift or Control if you're used to using Control or Command. And then I'll select the second one. Then I'm going to hit the link button down here at the bottom. Now, one of these images is going to stay on the outside. One of these images is going to go inside of the oval. All right. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to see if the AI in Photoshop can help us correctly identify the shape and contour of our cartoon character. Let's go up here to the top where it says in our masking tools, and we're going to choose object selection. But before we select anything, I want you to hit the drop down menu up here for select subject and hit cloud. And see how it is pretty much identifying our foreground here? That's what we want. All right, and once we have that selected, we're gonna go ahead and hit the quick mask down here. There it goes. All right, now the idea here is that the top layer is popping out of the circle, the back layer is embedded in the circle, but they're linked so that if I control one, I control both. So I'm gonna go to my move tool. I'm gonna shrink that down a little bit because I do want some of the background imagery in there. There we go. Now it looks like she's kind of popping out of the frame just a little bit. Perfect. Now with the foreground image that's popped out, I don't want to see that hard line down there. So I'm going to take my brush tool here, and the size of the brush I want to be around about 400 pixels. And on the layer mask of the top image, the cutout image, I'm just going to fade off down here so that it does not come outside of the circle. And just like that, you have your logo inside of a quick circle. So I figured we needed to learn how to do this so that you all can make a quick logo out of your cartoon. Then we're going to come right here where it says your biz, and you'll double click. And this one, I'm going to type beauty. And where it says custom, I'll put is her name. And I'm sure that there are business names that you all have to do this, but this is going to give you an idea here. Now you probably have a color inside of your graphic that you want to use for your logo color. So I'm going to grab that little Tiffany blue right there. So I'm going to double click on the color here, and it will automatically activate my color picker. And I'm going to choose a blue right there. All right, and with that selected, that's going to be my color. I'm going to look over here in my swatches because I'm going to borrow that color later. And here, I'll close out of the logo, hit yes to save. And we have some updating going on to our image here. And you'll notice that the image changed everywhere except on this sign here. We're going to have to do a little something special for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on the sidewalk sign, and we're going to double click, open that up. And then what we're going to have to do, because this is not an Automizer file, y'all, this is just a regular schmegular degular Photoshop file that has some mockups in it. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to take our banner logo from right here, and we're going to right click on the layer, tell it to duplicate that layer. And where we're going to duplicate it, over on our sidewalk sign, hit OK. And you'll see that it comes over here, and we'll just make it a little bit bigger. There we are. I'll turn off the previous logo. That looks good. Leave it orange, y'all, because it's going to change automatically. Now, remember that color that we chose before? That's going to be our primary color. We'll come here, and we will, I'm going to duplicate this layer so we still have the orange there. Now, select the light blue. Hit yes to save those changes. All right. Oh, I forgot for this one, the sidewalk sign, because it is at this crazy angle. And like I said, it's not an Automizer file, so it doesn't automatically link these files, but we can go ahead and change that color in here. So this is the only one where you have to change the color. And that's because the image is embedded in the artwork. So yes, you will have to change that color in that specific product, but everything else is flat. And what we're going to do is come over to our banner, change the levels, or we can turn the levels off to see if they work automatically. Nope. So that means we need to shift some color here. Get it a little bit brighter to match the theme color. Same thing with the flag here. If we go to the flag, we go to the levels that are associated with the flag. We can shift those levels. Beautiful. And just like that, the 5 businesses, and I changed it to 5. Well, I changed it to 5 for my accelerator and for pro. But everyone else, I told you I do 3 additional business. So do your own business. That's one, because I know everybody wanted to do your own image. And then the next thing I want you to do is for homework, I want you to do 3 other businesses that just generic that you can physically go to these businesses and ask them if they have shirts that they need for their business, because at the end of the year they are trying to spend money in order to not pay taxes. So they may need uniform shirts, they may need thank you gifts for their customers, they may need gifts as far as Christmas goes for their most loyal customers. And if they don't know that, then you can explain that to them. But this is just one of the ways that I wanted to be able to arm you with something that you can go to these businesses, feel confident. Every last one of these items in the template, if you look here, I have also placed the website where you can go to just order these items. You do not have to make any of these unless you choose to make the t-shirt, of course. But I want you to get into, when you design something one time, taking it and making money over and over and over again with the same project. All right, so I think I'm going to flip this one more time. And the thing is, I want you to know you have some models in here that I created in AI as well. So if you did not know, I went in and I created some models for you, some business mockups and models. And I did different professions. So you have fitness in there, you have plumbers, you have some pretty handsome firefighters. I don't know why I got so loud when I said that, but it was pretty exciting to see some of our handsome guys in here. So I want you all to use those images. And let's say for this one, I want to change this to our beauty lady here. So she's in the salon, but she has something on her shirt. So I am going to clean this up for y'all and just kind of select around the image here. Go to generative fill, hit generate, and it should remove the image off of her shirt. And give it a little moment there. Perfect. It did just what I need to do. Now I'm going to right click and merge it down. Close that out. And now y'all won't have to worry about removing that from her shirt. It's already done. So I can take her image if I want to. I think I want to move her down just a little bit, so I don't have to replace the placement of the image there. I want it to kind of flow no matter what. And now we can imagine this as a beauty shop. So if I got this one ready to go for my Pro and Accelerator, boom, right click, quick export as PNG. Let's make sure I've already got banner number 1. Now that's going to be banner number 2. So when I said create a collection for businesses, create a collection for businesses, use this as your banner at the top of the page and let it switch between a few of these businesses. Let's see, now I'm going to switch it up. I know we do a lot of ladies. I'm going to switch it up and do one for the fellas. So we're going to do a barber shop theme here. And let's see what we already have in the Discord. Now this one, I'm going to choose, let's jump to here. I'm going to choose more of a logo style. So I know some of us did cartoons, some of us did logo styles. All right. Let's see this one here. I'm looking for one. I think I'll go with this one right here, number 4. Now I'm not going to vector this or anything for the sake of class. It's just bringing it in, mocking it up, letting these businesses know that you can help them, and letting them know that you're ready if they're ready to spend some money. All right, so this logo right here, I can go ahead and go open in browser. Pops up here. That's how I get the full scale version of it. Save image as. And it did kind of a halftone effect to this one. All right. And even with these edits, y'all, like this is going to take you less than 5 minutes to do because of the hours that were spent prepping it, best believe, not just because it's simple. All right, let's go ahead here and we're going to change this logo out now. Let's go ahead, go to the shirt logo first, double click on it. And I'll leave these logos in here for you all. Lynn, I'm going to leave this one in here for you because I know we removed the letters off of her shirt Monday in AI class, but I figured you would like that I already cut your image out for you. All right, let's go ahead and, like I said, select the very top layer here. We can turn everything else off. And let's do File, Place Embedded. Now for this one, because it's already pretty much a logo, you can choose to leave the words down there and maybe put something else up here. But the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead. We'll choose the object selection tool and see if it grabs everything. It looks like it's grabbing everything here. All right, let's go ahead and create a clipping mask there. Now for this one, I could turn off my oval here because I've already got a contoured logo. So many of you did cartoon images that there's no way it's really going to be a contoured logo unless you cut it out and then add something to it. So that's why I created the oval with the little stars around it. So it'll give you a really, really quick way to turn it straight up into a logo. But some of you decided to make more of the traditional style logos like this one. And if that's the case, then you don't even need that oval there. Maybe you do keep this here. You really don't even need the words here. I'm going to show you something. Now, you need to do this before class because we're not going to edit the logos in class. All we're doing is dropping the cartoon logo in the oval so y'all can go. Okay, the idea here is that you're able to create some banners for your store that show that you do business. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and double click on this logo here because I want to clean it up a little bit. And I'm going to grab my polygon lasso here. This used to be my favorite tool for cutting stuff out. Now I very rarely use it unless it's for something like doing AI. I used to be the click, click, click queen. Like when I was cutting out curves and all, I'd be click, 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 click. Yeah, until I realized that that's why I was getting jagged edges. All right, so this one, the first one didn't do well. The second one did better, actually did best. So it just went ahead and cleaned that up for me. So I'm going to right click here and merge it down. And then same thing down here. You could also do like a content aware fill, but it is just so quick to use this AI tool. It is ridiculous. All right, so we'll do that. It should clean that up down there. Now, in this case, if I want to type some very simple text here, I can select my text tool. And I'm going to put Barber Shop. But I'm going to change this color. Double click here. I'm going to select this nice neutral color here. Oh, there it is on the color. There it is. And for the text here, I'll take the same text right here and here. And now I'm going to choose, because this right here is really more for a simple, I'm always trying to do extra and the drop shadows and the gradients and all that stuff, but this is really supposed to be a clean, nice logo. So I'm going to probably put a serif font here that pairs well. Let's see, serif font, maybe this one right here. Activist, I'm going to take it off of the all caps and I'm going to put your biz. And then this one also, I'm going to take down the spacing. If you notice in logos, a lot of times the second line of text that's really small is really spaced out and that gives it balance. So I'm teaching you a little bit about logo design without overwhelming you because I don't want you to feel like you have to be a logo designer. I want you to feel like these businesses need your help and right now they have absolutely nothing, or they have people trying to sell them things that they may not even necessarily need. So you're going to come in there and you're going to rescue your fellow business owners and you're going to help them with something like this. See how clean that is without having to get crazy into the style in there. All right, so I'll go ahead and save that. We already got it cut out and cleaned. Oh, I lied. I need to go ahead and merge all this down. So I'll merge those layers and then I can close out. All right, and for this one, I could go ahead and turn off that. We have our logo here. Yes to save. That looks really good. I know simple sometimes does look really clean and good, huh? I don't know about that. I'm usually the one that's doing all the crazy edits. Okay, so everything went here. So what we're gonna do is, of course, change out that sign now, and we'll go ahead double click here. Remember, we have to change the fill color here, and we'll just change it to that nice neutral color. And then again, in order to get this logo on here, we'll go to the sign logo because the sign logo is opaque. We'll go to the sign logo, and down here on the layer, we're going to duplicate onto the document sidewalk sign. And there it is. It pops up just like we need it. I'll make this a little bit larger. Maybe, oh, I forgot. We're going to hide this other layer. So that is perfect. Let's hide the other layer. Make sure we're centered here, which I don't know if we were. There we are. We're centered right there. Let's close out. Now, we're not messing with the winter sale and all that. The whole point of this is it's just a mock-up of what could be. This is not anyone's like official business yet. Let's go ahead and take our shirt logo here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him up a little bit higher here. And just a little bit bigger. You know, we like to go big or go home. But for a lot of these businesses, I want y'all to know these businesses don't expect paint splashes and 3D text and all over shirts. You can do that once they see your stuff if they're really interested in that. But I want you to get out there. This is DTF. This is screen printing. This is very minimal type of work that we are used to doing, but we can get maximum dollar. Okay, so that's why I want you all to focus on this for the holiday season as well. So let me break down some math for you. Well, let me break down the math after I change this color, okay? Because then that way we'll have our third flip, and then I can go ahead and upload this for you all. And the reason why I want to do this math is because I want this to stick. Okay, let me go ahead and hit yes. And because we're dealing with a light color, we pretty much kept that light color. This looks really good. Now I have a whole third representation of a banner that I can put as my transitional banner for my business section of my website. And it still is holiday themed. It still is helping another business make money. And let me go ahead while I'm talking and go ahead and export this third one because that is done. And save that. And that's it, y'all. So let me break down the quick math here. These are products that you can get from the website. The links are right here from Over. And many of these products, all you did is design something one time, right? And you're able to take those designs and mock them up on several different products. Well, if they want this sign right here, you don't have to make it at all. You submit the graphic work to Over, and you double the cost or you double the price of what you paid for this particular product because your customer is not going to design like you are. Your customer is not going to go find the suppliers and do all of that work. So they are paying you the convenience fee of knowing where to go and being able to create beautiful work and doing this in a short period of time. All of these products that are on here right now have a 1 to 3 day processing time. That means usually within 72 hours, these things are shipped out to your customer, drop ship. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to actually put your hands on a thing but that mouse or that tricky trackpad if you like to use the trackpad. So just giving you an idea what some of these things are. This is a window cling here. This would be a banner. This is called a flag. This particular one is called a feather flag, and this one is called a sidewalk sign. Not nan one of these things you have to put your hands on, okay? So that's the point. So if you want to make the shirts, great. Stick to making the shirts, but I wanted to create something where you could be really excited to go talk to businesses now, because I gave my accelerator a task to talk to 50 businesses before the end of the year, so that if you get 5 businesses to give you $2,000 a piece, okay? 5 businesses giving you $2,000 a piece. You hit your 10K with only doing 5 jobs. And most of them are for products you never had to touch. Now, on the other hand, if you want to do $10,000 with $20 shirts, you got to do about 500 shirts for the holiday season, which is not impossible. Done it before. However, I want you to recognize that that's not going to be the best use of your time and energy, okay? So that's my spiel for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded for those in the VIP, Platinum VIP, Pro, and Accelerator. You all have fun in class tonight. I want you to take this as a just as a catalyst to get you talking to other businesses, okay? Make sure that you wear your uniform. You know me, I'm always wearing something that says innate. Make sure you're wearing your uniform when you go talk to these businesses, so they know that you're legit, you're for real, and you're going to help them grow their business as well. All right? All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure that you like and subscribe. And if you want to know more about our program that we have, it's a membership where you can come to live Photoshop classes and all that good stuff. Go ahead and join our free Facebook group, and we'd love to show you what everybody's doing in there. All right. Love y'all. Bye.